Greetings everybody, coming to you from my 2014 Mercedes-Benz GLK250 Bluetec. We just had some heavy rain here. We had flooding last week, so it may be coming back because it's supposed to keep raining. I've taken a spin in between storms. It's supposed to be about an hour with no rain. So it's been a while since I've done an update on this car for those who are interested. So I wanted to do an update. I have been driving my S350 Bluetec way more than I've been driving this one. I have been getting this one out once in a while, but not as regularly as I used to. But actually, I think I'm kind of to a meaningful point in terms of doing an update, because here at about a little over 100 miles will mark 15,000 miles that I've personally put on this. And in that time, I've had basically zero issues. I have done some maintenance to it. I've done the transmission fluid and filter. Just yesterday I did the brake fluid, and a little note on the brake fluid. One of the wheel bleeders was missing its cap for God knows how long, probably at least 3 years since it was done last. And as a result, it didn't want to bleed out of that bleeder screw. So it was basically just running down the caliper. I just caught it with a towel. So I mean, it was fine. I did get it bled, and I've got a new bleeder screw ordered, but I'm probably not actually going to put that in until I do the job again. Well, this is the first time I've done it, because last time it was done in 2021. The fluid was like yellow. So it wasn't horrible, but it definitely needed to be done. I tend to do that every 3 years to keep the water out of the system and everything like that. I've done an oil and filter change. Did I mention I did a transmission service? And I did change the coolant. It was on its original coolant. It came out black, and I'm not kidding. That coolant was black. There were a couple little particles that made their way out of the cooling system, like little black bits. I don't know what the heck that could have been. I don't know if they're like pieces of the plastic water pump or what. But it still keeps the proper temperature and everything like that. There may be an ever so slight coolant loss, like maybe 8 ounces every 1,000 miles or 2,000 miles, not much. And I wasn't sure if that was just the long time bleeding taking place, self-bleeding after I changed the coolant or what. So I'm just kind of keeping my eye on that. For those of you who have watched my previous videos, I have the issue with the driver's side intermediate shaft bearing being loose, while the outside, in between the bearing and the oil pan. But I just got on, when I was under there doing the brakes, I grabbed it and shook it and it didn't move. I did a video about how I kind of fixed that with a zip tie. So if you're having that issue, check that out. My trip odometer, 6,000 miles there and change, that was reset at the time I put the zip tie in there, because I was kind of curious how many miles I could get out of it before it became a problem. And looks like we've got some mowing up ahead. Well, anyway, before it became a problem, and it never did. I mean, it still is fine. The creaking that I had from the front end stopped now that it has warmed up. I guess we just got somebody that's sitting here. I don't know if I am supposed to go around or whatever. So the creaking is gone, and it always seemed temperature sensitive. So I guess when it's warmish out, it's not an issue. Turn the rear wiper on while we're waiting for this. But yeah, otherwise it has been flawless. This thing has been super reliable. I've always suspected that these GLKs were good cars, and my experience with it is that has absolutely been the case. This still has maybe 1.5 years left on the AEM warranty, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that's still covered under the warranty. But there just hasn't been any issues. It's been a fantastic car. Let's see if we can get a fuel economy average. So 27.8 miles per gallon overall for the past 14,000 and change. That includes all sorts of driving styles. I guess he's motioning me. And lots of rapid acceleration. Here we go. Go ahead and carefully go around these guys. And yeah, I cannot say anything bad about this car. Now, the other thing that is under warranty on this car is the rear subframe. I get under there and check that periodically, and have found that it's probably got another year before I'll be able to get that done under warranty. I think the criteria is that it has to have perforation, so there's lots of rust on it, but no actual perforation, except one spot is getting a little thin. Do a little acceleration here, and yeah, other than that, yeah, this thing has really been amazing. I would, of course the service history is important, and they do have a couple, these things do have a couple known issues, especially the diesels, like the DEF heater. Pretty much on all modern diesels becomes an issue after a few years. That was already done on this car. This particular one, I think it had, prior to me getting it, the DEF injector replaced, and that was covered under the AEM warranty, so that didn't cost the prior owner anything. And I mean, you got your typical oil seepage and whatever. I've been under there a few times. There is a little oil like coming out of the charge cooler pipe. I don't know if that's an issue or not. I'll probably, before the warranty expires, I'll probably get it up there and have them look at it. I'll probably let them know that there appears to be some oil coming out of the intake, which I think is normal, but I do believe the intake manifold and the charge air coolers are covered under the AM warranty, but I don't think the intake manifold is as likely to be an issue on this car as maybe it is like on an OM 642, because that has the swirl flaps and the swirl flap motor and whatever. And this particular car, as I understand it, does not have swirl flaps. I'm not sure how they, what kind of wizardry they work to make it be as powerful as it is without those, but yeah, I don't think it has those. And so anyway, yeah, that's my update. We'll call it the 15,000 mile update, which I've been actually gonna try to drive this a little bit more, but I just can't help getting into that S350, man. That thing is just so cool. But I have not stopped liking this car. It's going to stick around for a long time. And yeah, for those few of you who are interested in content about these diesel Benzes, we'll keep making periodic updates. Any questions or comments, say hi down in the comments below, and have a great day.